Okay, we are live to the internet.
Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to the Disney Parks Podcast. My name is Park Hopper John. I come to you from www.parkhoppers.com. With me, as always, my Han Solo to me, Chewbacca, my Princess Leia to I ran out of Star Wars alliteration. Tony Casanova, everybody from Disney by the Numbers.
How you doing, buddy? I'm doing good.
The hat. The hat's come back.
Yeah, the hat will make an appearance every now and again.
That's nice.
I need some hair.
Yes.
Otherwise, the hat looks stupid.
Yeah, sorry about that. So if you're joining us live on Blab, thank you for being here. And if you don't know what we're talking about, every Tuesday night at 8 o'clock, you can come to DisneyParksPodcast.com/live. And you can watch us actually record the podcast. You get to see us warts and all before any editing. You can find out how many mistakes I make reading foreign names for food.
Or foreign chefs' names.
Foreign chefs' names. Yes, you can actually find out warts and all. Plus, you get an opportunity to interact with other Disney fans from all over the world. And we encourage you to come over to the Disney Parks Podcast site Tuesday nights at 8 o'clock. And you can watch us do that there. Love to have you there. What else you got, T?
Well, we have a sponsor, and this show is sponsored by Theme Park Concierge. And if you do not know what that means or what I am talking about, I would suggest that you go to themeparkconcierges.com. And this is a service run by the most awesome person we know, Ramon, who will set up and plan your vacation. And then he will take you around the parks, or one of his staff will take you around the parks, and they will try to make your Disney, Legoland, Busch Gardens, or Universal experience the best that it can be. For a mere, and I am telling you, a mere $475 for an entire day. Or 4 hours, and that will only cost you $200. Now, Disney charges $250 an hour. These guys will do an entire day, rope drop to close, for $475, and will get you on all the rides or the shows or whatever you want to do. They will do all the planning, set it all up for you, and make sure that you can have the best time with your family without doing all that dirty grunt work of figuring out fast passes and where to go and where's the line and where to stand, all that stuff. So there's a couple ways you get in touch with them. Contact Theme Park Concierge you can do it by email, Ramon@themeparkconcierges.com, or call them at 407-257-9973 and tell them what you're looking for, and they will make it happen for you. Okay? You can find them on Facebook too. They're Facebook.com/Ramon VIP Concierge, or their website, like I said, themeparkconcierge.com. Go check them out.
Awesome. And we still have a few more weeks left on our survey, right? When is the
Correct.
End of our survey?
End of February. We're cutting it off.
Yes, you definitely want to come over to the DisneyParksPodcast.com, click on our survey link, and take our survey. Now, here's the thing. We know that surveys can be boring. We understand that surveys can sometimes be a little tedious, but we've tried to make it as fun as possible. It's not that long. It's very informative. It allows you to tell us exactly what you'd like to see here on Disney Parks Podcast. Give us some ideas about how we're doing. Let us know some things that you'd like to do event-wise. And then on top of that, you are entered for a chance to win an incredible, and I mean incredible, prize pack. It's amazing the amount of swag we've got in there. You got a copy of Tony's book. You got a copy of my book. You've got pins and buttons and stickers from Disney and Disney Parks Podcast and Disney by the Numbers. You've got an old roll of paper towel used by Walt Disney himself. That's not in there.
No,
we've got a lot of really cool stuff there that one lucky survey taker is going to get. So make sure that you sign up for our survey, and you can find that link over at the DisneyParksPodcast.com website.
And don't forget that we are having a party, our kind of annual. I think it's becoming an annual thing. It's like the second or third time we've done it. Annual party, February 27th. We're going to have it at a Grand Villa at the Animal Kingdom Lodge. You're invited. We have 2 times that you can come. You can either come from 1 to 2 or from 2 to 3. And you'll need to get a ticket. And the ticket is free. We are not charging anything for the tickets, but it lets us know that you're coming. And then it gives us the information we need to email and text you the room number so that you can find us. Otherwise, what are you just going to run around the resort, knocking door to door? That'd be crazy. So that's why we need for you to get a ticket is so that we can inform you the room number so that you can come do it. The party is Saturday, February 27th from 1 to 2, 2 to 3. Get your ticket at DisneyParksPodcast.com. There's links in the newsletter. There's links on the site, the last couple show notes. There's a little thing. You can see the Eventbrite, select the ticket, select the time, and come see us. All right. If you can't find us on the internet, or you can't find us on iTunes or Stitcher or any other place like that, our show is now going to be broadcast on Sundays on another internet radio station. We will be on WROCK, and you can listen on Sundays at www.WLOR.net. So there you go. If you can't catch us on our website and iTunes and Stitcher and Downcast and Blueberry and Podcaster and all the other 1,000,005 places we are on, we're also now going to be on an internet radio station on Sundays from, I think it's 1 to 2. Yep. So go check them out. They have a lot of other great shows besides ours, obviously. But I think if you're listening to us, you're probably going to want to go maybe check out that and maybe check us out over there too. So it's just another place for you to listen.
Yeah.
And go ahead, John.
No, go ahead. I'm good.
Yeah. So I think it's exciting. They have a lot of listeners, and maybe we'll find some new friends.
Yes, it's very interesting. I think we're the only like non-rock or non-music show on the station. So
I love it.
How they wanted to come up with a couple of knuckleheads talk about Disney. God love them, but So it's very exciting. So with all that said, my friends, it's time to get into
the news.
That was very good. Very well done. Of course, that's all going to be edited out, but hey, it was awesome.
Sure.
Hey, the Garden Rocks concert series has announced its lineup for this year. 13 pop bands are going to be spanning hits from several decades, and they're going to be playing at the Garden Rocks Theater, Garden Rocks concert series at the 23rd Epcot International Flower and Garden Festival that runs an incredible 90 days from March 2nd to May 30th of 2016. This year's festival is so big, it's running longer than some jobs I've been on. So with its expansion to 90 days, they were adding 2 additional concert series weekends to the lineup and extending the final weekend of performances to Memorial Day. With bands like Blood, Sweat, and Tears, Brian Howe, former lead singer of Bad Company, Darlene Love, and Georgia Satellites will rock Epcot audiences for the first time. Night Ranger, a fan favorite and personal friends of Tony Calcanova, have played Epcot's Food and Wine Festival, will be making their Flower and Garden Festival debut. The orchestra, starring former ELO members who topped charts in the 70s and 80s, will kick off the concert series March 4th through 6th. So you're going to be able to dance in your seats each festival weekend to classic tunes of the park's American Gardens Theater with an eclectic mix of Flower and Garden Festival fan favorites, including Village People, who debuted at the festival in 2013. With a nod to the 60s, Herman Hermit, starring Peter Noon, will come back and rock the house April 1st through the 3rd. And on Memorial Day, the Spinners will close the 90-day festival on a high note, extending their weekend performance to Monday. Performances are all going to be at the American Gardens Theater, and they will run at 5:30, 6:45, and 8 p.m. every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday of Epcot's International Flower and Garden Festival, and are included with the Epcot admission. So here's the lineup. The first weekend is going to be the orchestra starring ELO. March 11th is going to be, and I'm just going to give you the Friday when they start. They're going the whole weekend.
Yeah.
Starship with Mickey Thomas. March 18th starts off the Little River Band. I want to see them so bad. March 25th is Village People. April 1st is Herman's Hermits with Peter Noon. April 8th is The Guess Who. April 15th is Blood, Sweat, and Tears featuring Bo Bice. American Idol winner, Bo Bice. Or is he a winner or is he just sing?
No, he was a runner-up. I think he was a runner-up to Carrie Underwear.
All right, good for him.
But I am very excited about Blood, Sweat, and Tears coming. I'm a Blood, Sweat, and Tears fan.
Oh, cool.
I think they have the whole horn. They're like Chicago, the whole horn section. And,
yeah.
They mix it up. It's really good. I'm excited.
Excellent. So April 27th, Brian Howe, which is a former lead singer for Bad Company. April 29th is the Georgia Satellites with their one hit.
Yeah.
May 6th is the Gin Blossoms. May 13th is Darlene Love.
That should be good.
Yeah, that'll be interesting.
May I wonder if she'll sing her Christmas songs. She's got some pretty good pop.
I doubt it. It's possible. Because it's not Christmas and Disney's weird like that. Yeah. May 20th is Night Ranger, and May 27th is the Spinners. So you definitely want to check that out. That'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah, May's going out with a bang, baby. Night Ranger and the Spinners. Every time they do this lineup, I hope that one time Casey and the Sunshine Band will make it. And Chad and Kate will come out, and we could have a real party then. Yeah. But I'm excited to see Night Ranger again. I'm gonna see if Al John can hook us up. Maybe he can text them and see if he can give us a hookup.
Yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be fun.
Okay, if you have not, we do once a week put out a weekly newsletter that is chock full of stuff that we don't talk about on the show. It's all the things that we don't want to say or can't say or shouldn't say or Disney won't let us say or whatever.
Right.
It's all that stuff, and we all put it in the newsletter so that our newsletter readers get the best content. So if you haven't, go to DisneyParksPodcast.com and sign up for the newsletter. Absolutely free, only comes once a week, and sometimes there are giveaways and things in there that you cannot get or listen to on this show or on the website or on the blog or any other place. So go check that out.
Right. Excellent. So are we going to talk about the next thing?
We're going to save that for the infotainment, I think.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure. Yeah. All right. So one other thing you guys could do if you guys love the show, which I know you probably do if you're listening, you want to support the show, help us do some really cool things. We have big dreams, and you can be a big help in that. We have a Patreon page, patreon.com, Disney Parks Podcast. Every little dollar that you help support the show goes towards doing these things like the giveaways that we do. We've got some really cool ideas for some events we were talking about literally before we went on the air tonight. And we've got some ideas, but it's going to need some help. And that's where you guys come in. We have some great rewards. We have one Patreon out there right now, which we cannot thank enough. We're putting everything together, and it's literally going out, I think, probably sometime this week. Yeah. And then we're getting the page set up. So if you've already supported us, thank you. If you were going to think about supporting us, visit patreon.com/Disney Parks Podcast. We appreciate your support, and we will try to live up to your appreciation, and we thank you guys for doing that.
Yeah. Have you been to the Skipper Cantina? Yeah?
Not yet. I have not yet.
Yeah, I'm hoping to head over there soon, too. Actually, I'll be there next week because my brother will be in town, and they want to go to the Big MK. So some interesting news at the coming out of the Cantina for between February 12th and February 27th. They're going to give you I think, a real chance of eating there. Okay? So they received exciting news that from the depths of the jungle for a limited time only, you can get same-day reservations will be accepted at the Jungle Cruise Company, Skipper Cantina in the Magic Kingdom. And this will start February 12th to February 27th at Walt Disney World. You'll be able to make reservations for either lunch or dinner that same day. And reservations are very easy. You just go to jungleskippercanteen.com or call 407-993-1933. So don't be left out in denial. Be sure to take advantage of your limited time opportunity to be able to dine at the Skipper Cantina in the Magic Kingdom. Now, I'm thinking, how are they going to know you're actually in the park or that I'm not making it? Like, I could be doing this now for February 27th, right? How are they going to know?
I don't know, man.
I'm
Disney.
an annual pass holder. I have, my ticket media is good for the entire time. What's the validation that it's that day?
Well, you're assuming that you're going to be able to do this as a pass holder.
It didn't say I couldn't.
Yeah, didn't say you did. You could either.
I don't know. I don't know.
Right.
I don't know. Are they going to say, if you're in the park, come to the cantina to show us your ticket media or something? I don't know. And I'm going to say, no, I'm on Space Mountain. Can't you hear?
Right.
I don't know. I don't know how they're going to validate it's the same day. That part is really bad. I'm going to call tomorrow. Now it's got me curious. I'm just going to call.
Well,
maybe we should call live now.
Yeah. Bing baby, bing bing body, bing baby.
Yeah, so coming over.
Yeah.
Coming over for dinner.
I think that with all the newer technology that Disney's trying to instill, they're trying so hard to drive people to the app or be mobile responsive, and they're not 100% set. I don't think for a lot of this, and I don't know if they've thought through. They probably have, but there's certain things that are I don't think they're ready for.
Yeah.
So this is an experiment. This may or may not work, but at least they're trying. And if it works here, then it should work other places. But then you start running into the whole, what about these other restaurants that you just can't get into? It's just it's crazy.
It was interesting. I got a survey, because we have a stay coming up at the end of the month, and for the big meetup and thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I got a survey, about that. Was it easy to do this and that? And I said, no, it's not easy to do this. It's not easy. It's not, like my brother is coming into town, so they don't have annual pass. They have to buy tickets. And he's like, well, you make the fast passes. Well, great. You have to buy tickets. You have to create a Disney Experience account. And then I have to link to that. And then how do I link to like his wife and the two kids? That they don't have accounts. So how do I make, the whole thing has become very complicated. I need like a master's degree in my Disney Experience technology to figure out how to, hook up a family,
Right. Exactly.
I just went to the website, the Cantina, and I don't see anything to make a reservation. So maybe this doesn't start until the 12th. Maybe they'll have something different on the page then. So
maybe.
So I would highly suggest on February 12th at the crack of midnight is to start banging that website, baby, because I have a feeling reservations between the 12th and the 27th are going to fill up really quick.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering why that specific period is it. I know the New York schools are out, so that's like New York spring break week. Maybe it's a little test for them.
Right.
Yeah. Anyway, go ahead, John.
Okay, so our Club Disney love has now turned into a seasonal event. Yay, thanks. You give it and you take it back.
Yeah.
Give it and you take it back. So the brand new flex space over in Hollywood Studios called the Sunset Showcase, which is near the Rock and Roller Coaster starring Aerosmith, recently debuted Club Disney back in early December. If you didn't catch any of the live video or the Facebook posts or anything that we did, go back and check that out in our timeline. Club Disney was basically just a dance party space where guests could interact and dance with their favorite Disney characters throughout the day. Guests were also able to digitally color on giant screens, which we did, that resembled big, giant, life-size coloring books. You could also grab a snack. You could recharge your phone, just relax. Well, now it appears that Club Disney at Hollywood Studios has turned into just another seasonal offering for the park. There's no word on when the dance party offering will be available for guests to visit going forward. So the Sunset Showcase is also currently holding a special event called Club Villain, where guests can enjoy a dinner party and mix and mingle with their favorite bad guys. Club Villain is going to continue in this space on select dates in March. Now, they took some dates away, and I have not checked. Did they bring them back?
No.
So it's unclear what the Sunset Showcase space will be used for going forward after Club Villain is finished. But we're all pretty sure that Disney will be releasing information soon.
Yeah. With what's happening in the studios, just leave this open. I mean, all right, I can understand maybe scaling back the characters because that's high-paid entertainment, for Disney. In a park that's being completely gutted for the most part.
Right.
I understand that part. But what's wrong with this space? I mean, you literally don't need anything but a DJ.
Well, and people to...
If you got rid of the characters, what else do you need in there?
Yeah, but if you got rid of the characters, it's just a big open space.
Yeah, that's fine.
And
sit down, relax, get something to eat, a little air conditioning, get away from the crowds, whatever.
Yeah.
I think all of that is still exceptional value for what this place was providing to us as a guest.
It's been 3 months. Let's get through the cold season. Let's get into the warm season and find out what kind of trouble we get into, because that space is going to become huge when it gets hot.
Yeah. And the bathrooms too. There was nice bathrooms back there too.
Yeah.
I don't know. I really think that, well, for the summer it should be open, in my opinion, because the crowds in the park, it's just another place for people to go, to get them out of the path of everything else that's going on. All right. Before we get on to the next news story, another sponsor of the show is Magic Your Band. If you're looking for something to cover up that ugly gray Disney Magic Band, and somebody posted a picture today of a new color Magic Band. It looks like this light blue.
Really?
And this different color green. And I'm not sure if those are new colors or what happened. Anyway, go to Magic Your Band. They have hundreds of pre-made designs that you can put on your Magic Band. If that's not enough, you can create your own. You put names on it and happy anniversary and happy birthday and we're celebrating and all of that kind of stuff. Go to magicyourband.com. Upon checkout, put in Disney Parks Podcast and you'll receive 10% off your purchase. So go check them out. Magic Your Band. Highly suggest that you do. It's interesting. I have one on my iPhone case. And all the stickers on my iPhone case are worn out except for the Magic Band thing. It looks like brand new. All the Disney stickers are all like kind of faded and cracked and everything.
Yep.
Magic Band stickers still brand new. So high quality printing, baby.
Yep.
All right. This is interesting. This is like a little secret gem over in Crescent Lake. The beach club had a little solarium room. It was this nice little room. It had a television in it and some wicker furniture. And you can kind of just go in there and sit down, relax, and just watch TV and get, out of the crowds. Now they're turning it into afternoon tea. So now, yes, we got to have some tea. So the elegance of enjoying small bites in an elegant solarium with a warm cup of tea, and nothing is more fun than a warm cup of tea when it's 105 outside. So if you adore tea, then we are delighted to share the introduction of afternoon tea at the Solarium Gardens at Disney's Beach Club Resort. This is available on select dates, currently February 11th to the 14th, then February 18th to the 21st, March 24th to March 29th, May 5th to May 8th, June 16th to 19th, and then again in September 1st to September 5th. So you have your choice of several different tea services. Okay, you ready? Strap in, folks.
I'm strapping in. This is almost as exciting as a beer dinner. Let's go.
Yeah, right. You have the Seaside Park Tea. The first course is featuring a selection of artisan cheeses and seasonal accompaniments. The second course will be petite sandwiches and canapes on house-made bread. The third course is scones served with clotted cream, and I have no idea what that is. It just sounds bad.
It's milk.
Probably.
It's a certain type of milk.
Yep. Lemon curd, seasonal jam, and the finale of house-made pastries and tea cookies, accompanied by your choice of loose leaf tea.
Did you get a date with that girl, T? No, man. Yeah. I heard she's loose leaf. I'll edit that. I couldn't resist.
Next up is your Sandy Cove Tea. The first course will feature petite sandwiches and canapes on house-made breads. The second course will feature the scones served with the clotted cream, the lemon curd, the seasonal jam, and we'll end with your pastries. And you will also get your served with a choice of loose leaf tea. I don't see the difference between those two services. Okay.
The first one had artisan cheeses and seasonal accompaniments.
All right, there you go. Next up, you have your Prince Cove Tea. And this service will feature, the first course will have your house-made charcuterie and cheese plate. Your second course will be scones served with clotted cream, lemon curd, and seasonal jam. And then your finale is your pastries and your tea cookies, accompanied by your loose leaf tea.
Loose leaf.
The last service is your Short Sands Beach Tea. Guests between the ages of 3 and 9 can enjoy their first course of assorted tea sandwiches shaped like Mickey Mouse. The second course is scone served with clotted cream, lemon curd, and seasonal jam. And the finale is a chocolate chip cookie accompanied with special dark tea chocolate milk.
Kids get chocolate milk.
So if you, Disney. Yeah, and then get them out in the park. Okay. All the tea is going to be provided by Twinings of London, and if you would like to make reservations, call 407-WDW-DINE. And there was no pricing for this, my friends. And I don't think it's going to be cheap because I know the one at the Grand Floridian is very expensive.
Yeah, our buddy Dominic,
like $150 range or something.
Yeah, our buddy Dominic just threw in that it was $245.99.
Yeah, so there you go.
Let me tell you what that better come with.
Mickey Mouse, Minnie Mouse, a dance party.
Something like that.
A little goofy on the side. I don't know. Just, I don't know. It doesn't do it for me.
Oh, that's per person, right? $245 per person.
I would assume so.
$500.
I'll tell you this. I'll do you one better. Go take the Barista Boot Camp over at the Four Seasons. I think it's cheaper, and you'll have more fun. That's what I'm going to suggest.
Hey, maybe we should do that Sunday.
I think they only run on certain days, and I think it's on Saturdays. But I'll find out. We'll see when it is.
Yeah,
I'll find out. Yeah.
Oh, you were kidding about the price? Oh, now you got... Oh, thanks, man. Now we're going to have to edit, which we do all the time. We'll research the price. Dude, don't worry. Don't worry about us. We don't care.
Yeah.
It wouldn't shock me if it's like that.
Yeah, but I know the Grand Floridian one is very expensive, and I know there is one too, where you get like an American Girl doll, and that's like even more expensive, you know?
Yeah, because that's what I want is an American Girl doll.
Do you?
Is this the garden?
Does the hair like you?
Yes, this the Garden View too?
Yeah, the Garden View tea.
Okay, hang on.
You searching?
Yeah, I'm looking it up. Daddy likes tea with lots of sugar. Boom, boom. Okay, the price for the Garden View Tea Room is $30 to $59.99 per adult. To over $60 per adult. So let's see if they've got prices built into the different teas. So basically, you could spend as much as you want. They don't have it broken down.
Alex, I'll take expensive tea service for 100, please.
Yes, I'll take. I'll take. I'll take throwing money away. Yeah.
I'll take flushing $300 down the toilet for 100, Alex.
Yeah, but if that was something that, like, I know I would enjoy it because Sarah would enjoy it. I wouldn't mind spending $60 per person.
Yeah.
For a family of 4. I wouldn't take kids to this thing. That's just me. I'm not a dad, so I can kind of be that way. But this would be kind of fun. Me and Sarah, or like Sarah wants to have like a girls' day. 2 or 3 people get together and go to a girls' day. That'd be fun.
Thing, if you're gonna do like a spa thing and you're gonna throw this in, and but for Valentine's Day that would make sense. A nice little thing with your wife, whatever. That would be perfect. All right, talk about the next one there, John.
Okay, so I'm very excited to let you know. Oh, you want to do your promo?
No, you can do that.
I see. I'm sorry. I see what you're saying. Yeah. Sorry, I slipped down. Sorry. Bloop, bloop, bloop. So, very excited that Fulton's Crab House at Disney Springs is going to lay off 214 people due to the renovation.
It's got to happen, my friend.
So, okay, let me read the copy.
I don't think they're going to lay them off as much as furlough them for a little period of time and then ask them to come back.
Right. The Orlando Sentinel is reporting that Fulton's Crab House at Disney Springs will be letting go of 214 employees from April 4th to the 14th as it goes through its renovation beginning in early April through November. Not unlike the overhaul being made nearby at Planet Hollywood, the restaurant is among the highest grossing of the entire country, raking in about $21.2 million annually. So it's tragic that such a gem will be out of commission for at least half a year. Was he talking about Fulton's Crab House, or is he talking about?
He's talking about Fulton Crab House in the Levi chain, not in Disney.
Gotcha.
Yeah, this is owned by a restaurant company, I think, called Levi, Levy.
Right.
And that's what they're talking about in the context of that being the highest grossing in the country. They own that. The Portobello's next to it. And then the Wolfgang restaurants,
right,
are all owned by the same company.
So this is not Disney. This is not Disney laying off people. This is Fulton's Crab House, the company that owns them, is laying off people. Which is funny because when Disney went through its renovation with the top of the world California Grill, they dispersed those employees elsewhere.
Right. Yeah.
As opposed to just laying them off. So,
Planet Hollywood did the same thing too. They had to lay off their employees during the renovation. And from what I hear, I don't think it's going to happen at the same time because it would be silly for the company. But once this is done, Portobello's is going to go through the same process.
Get out! Seriously?
No, it's going to be gutted and redone. Yeah, that's what I'm hearing.
Why? So, that restaurant's not that old.
I think they're going to actually make it bigger. They have a patio on the side, which I think they're going to cover, and I think they're even going to go out back. Is what I'm hearing. I'm hearing that there's going to be that patio is actually going to be moved out back, and then the side of the restaurant will become enclosed in that space. I like Fulton's, but it is very stinky and old inside, and it really needs the rehab.
It does. It needs a lot of fresh paint and new carpet. They would do well to not put carpet in that.
Yeah, don't put carpet.
They go back.
Yeah, hardwood floors, please.
Yeah,
hardwood or tile or something. Nice. Yeah.
That kind of breaks my heart a little bit about all these people losing their jobs because of this.
Yeah.
But that's kind of part of it, and it's not like there's not other places they can get jobs in Disney.
Yeah. All right, raise your hand if you remember what was there before it was called the Fulton Crab House.
Anyone?
Bueller? No. Very difficult to get crab there. The name of this was called the Empress Lily, named after Lillian Disney.
Really? Now, did
Yes.
it actually move, or was
No, it was always built on a giant concrete block sitting in the water. Yeah. Empress Lily. Go look it up, kids, on the internets, and you will be amazed and surprised.
ba ba ba?
Yep. All right. I have some interesting news. My friend Joe Frattini emailed me a couple months ago and says, "Hey, I'm gonna update your app." I'm like, "What app?" He's like, "Your Disney by the Number app." I
Wah,
said,
wah.
"What? I'm gonna, give it the old iOS technology update. Get it off the old code, put it on the new iOS Swift code." So the DBTN app is back in the iOS store, and this time it is free. So you can get DBTN Fax on your iPhone, iPad, or iTouch, or whatever iOS thing you have. And there's now a link to buy the book directly from the app. Is the other edition he threw in there.
Nice.
So it's free. So you can get it, don't get it. You're not offending me, but if you want something to do in a queue line and entertain your friends, and maybe you don't want to take the whole book, you can take some of the stuff. It only covers Walt Disney World right now, but So I have to say thanks to Joe for doing that. That was very nice of him. He doesn't charge me anything to do that. He made it free. He's putting it out there. So go check it out. But I'll put a link in the show notes. He's got a bunch of paid apps that he has that are really good to have. He's got a DVC Points one and a Days to Go, and he's got some really other cool apps that it does charge not a lot for. I think most of them are probably 99 cents.
Yeah.
But it was nice of him. So
and
thanks, Joe.
And the cool thing is, guys, if you meet Tony in the parks and you have the free app on your phone, he will sign your cell phone for you.
Yeah, I should do that. Did you want me to etch my name, or you just use a Sharpie?
You want it on the glass, or you want it on the back? Glass?
Yeah.
Glass? Okay.
Glass or metal? Tell me which one. Sharpie front,
Have a
Sharpie
nice
back.
day.
I really wish we should. That's another thing. I was saying that we should do like a phone podcast. I got stuff about phones. Anyway, another discussion. Shanghai Disney
Mm-hmm.
in China, the newest, brand new little gem in Disney's bonnet, is now going to start selling tickets March 28th for their June opening. So you can buy tickets and get them in your little hands and sit at home and just wait for the park to open in June.
Wow.
Officially, the Shanghai Disneyland Resort site has been up and it's running and it's spectacular. I hope that they add more pictures to it because there's just not enough pictures for the Tron ride yet for me.
Right.
I want some pictures of that Tron ride, please. So new information on the tickets at the park. It's scheduled to open June 16th, 2016. General admission tickets will go on sale Monday, March 28th, and will be offered at both the regular price and the peak price. So they're going to have kind of peak price ticketing and regular.
Nice.
So the regular price will be $56. That is crazy. And $75 for the peak ticket.
That's not bad.
Excuse me? Question?
That's not bad. Yeah, what?
Why is ours 105 and theirs is 56?
For the same reason that we get for every time they make a stupid decision like this. Ours is a destination location.
Okay. The two-week grand opening period will begin June 16th to June 30th and will be priced at whatever that is, 499
yen.
Is that yen? I don't know. That's
It's
China.
Why?
Yen is
Japanese?
I don't know. Whatever the
Hang
Chinese currency money is.
What is Chinese currency
Money.
called outside of all U.S. dollars? Ren, the yuan. Yuan.
Yeah.
Yuan. Quan.
Yuan?
Oh, it's Quan.
Quan?
Yeah.
Okay. Children, seniors, and guests with disability will be eligible for a 25% discount and 2-day passes, including a 5% discount. Infants will be able to enter the park for free. All right, we don't have children. Well, we don't have a seniors or guests with disability discount in our park either.
Well,
I'm noting a cultural swift change here.
Chinese people. The irony is that the Chinese really do value their elderly.
Yes.
The irony is they're letting their infants come into free. I'm shocked that they. Well, I can't say that. That's too political.
What's an infant considered? 3 and under?
Probably.
I mean, that's the way it used to be back here in the States.
Yeah. Well,
infants used to come into the parks for free, and now it's
If we go over, you're shaving your goatee, and I'm putting you in a diaper, and we're going to push you around.
No, I think I could squeeze in as a senior with a disability.
Yeah, probably.
I think I'm mentally handicapped.
Well, I'm a drummer.
I don't think this all works up here.
Well, no comment.
All right, so there you go, kids. Shanghai Disney. I think it's going to be interesting. They really are calling it, the best job that Imagineering's done in a long, long time. So I would like to say seeing is believing, but I may not see it for a very long time.
Right.
Here's another. I did speak about my friend who's over there right now, preparing the park for opening day. I found out she may not actually get to stay to opening day. Like the opening team will have to leave before the park is actually open. So that's kind of crazy, right? I mean, wouldn't you let the people that helped you put this thing together, stay to the opening and see it?
Well, one would think that would be a nice perk, but apparently not.
Yeah, so apparently she's going to have to go back to see the park open. Which,
unbelievable.
I don't know.
Unbelievable.
I don't know.
All right. Well, speaking of news outside of the United States, if you are listening to the show and you live near Disneyland Paris or Hong Kong or, Shanghai or anywhere where there's a Disney property near where you live, we would even love to get Aulani news or anything that is pertaining to Disney outside the U.S. We would love to hear from you. Please send us a note at DisneyParksPodcast@gmail.com and let us know, because we'd like to hear from you. Either you could just give us some news, or if you would like to come on our blab session, we'd love to have you to talk to you about that. We'd like to get some more information. There's just not a ton of information on the internet that we think is trustworthy. So we would love to hear from you. And that's DisneyParksPodcast@gmail.com. Let us know. Tony or myself check that email. And if you've got some news, we'd love to share it with you. We can't pay you. We could give you stickers and buttons and magic your bands and undying love and devotion.
And plenty of mentions on this here show.
That's right. If you have a blog or something, we can certainly make that work. Figure something out.
Yep. And
the last thing is, I never in a million years thought I'd be able to say this sentence. Tony and myself are both independent of each other, authors of Disney books. Tony's been working on his book for a long time. I was working on a book with 2 other guys, and we all released our books last year. So there are links on the Disney Parks Podcast site for the Disney by the Numbers book, which is amazing. If you have somebody that loves to know the facts and the figures of all the different areas around Walt Disney World, the DBTN book is one that you must have. No Disney library collection is complete without it. And I have a Disney bucket list book for the Magic Kingdom. Our goal is to put a book out for each park. Obviously, we're probably going to skip Hollywood Studios for a little while. But it's Disney bucket list. There's a list. There's a link over on the website again. It's 100 things to do. that you might not know about. So if you're a local, this is a great book to get a little bit of a different experience. If you're just visiting, this is something you could do that will make you feel like your park experience is even better. So we've got a couple things there. We would love to have you pick up copies of those books. And if you meet us in the parks, we would absolutely love to sign them.
Yep,
or your app on your phone. So
yeah,
knock yourself out. I don't have an app, but I'll sign your phone for you. I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah.
So.
All right, so we're going to do some infotainment. We're going to open up the extra seats here on Blab if you want to come join us and talk about some things. We're going to talk about we have a short list of 10 romantic things to do at Walt Disney World for Valentine's Day.
Right.
So if you want to come in and talk about, some of your favorite things with our list, we are all down for that. So let's start with number 10.
Oh, Dominic.
All right.
Stepping up to the plate. A test run for tomorrow night, my friend.
Yeah, right? Hey, guys.
Hey, how you doing?
Doing good.
So let's start with number 10 on the list, and this is Sunset and Cocktails at the Polynesian. Now, there's a couple different places you can do this now. You can get some up at the Tambu Lounge. You go down to Trader Sam's, the other bar. There's a bar by the pool now, and there's the Trader Sam patio. So there's a couple different places. You can grab a little lawn chair and just go sit out on the beach and watch the fireworks and watch the sunset and all that kind of stuff. So that's a nice romantic thing to do.
Yeah, Dominic, you ever you go to the Polynesian very much?
We I don't know what to call it. We stayed off property but squatted at the Polynesian a lot.
Oh, God. Yeah,
like a local.
Yeah, so we did that, and that was the place that we wanted to book after squatting. We're like, this is our place. We like that, and my wife really wanted to drink stuff out of various fruit objects. So she really
can't drink enough things out of a pineapple.
Yeah, she saw people holding pineapples, and she's like, "This is it. I want that. I want just." So yeah,
cool.
Yeah, that's our adopted home.
Nice. And we did not do you justice. I apologize. If you're listening and you're wondering who this third voice is, it's our good buddy Dominic from WDW Plan Tunes. So thanks for popping in. So it's good to have you here, my friend.
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't always suggest that you get engaged on a holiday like Valentine's Day, but if that's in the cards for you, God love you. Monsieur Paul is the lovely restaurant in France Pavilion at Epcot, and maybe that would be a place that you would love to take your lovely person that you would like to get married to and do a proposal there. And you could do a proposal, you do a special dinner there because everybody thinks France and love, and you could do a proposal. You could also do a vow renewal. You could do a special dinner there, and then you could do something there. That's kind of a nice little place. If you don't mind sharing your moment with thousands of people in a theme park. Not a bad idea.
And when you're making your reservation, if you actually call, the WDW Dine, and you tell them, things that you're doing, they'll help you work out some, special things with the restaurant, whether it's dessert or burying the ring in something, or hopefully they won't lose it. Did we give that ring to the right table? I'm sure that's happened. But
so you're going to give a multi-$1,000 ring to a dude who's making less than minimum wage.
Yeah,
in the hopes that they bring it to your table in the
He's not coming back.
Cupcake.
Yeah, right. Listen, Disney will do anything for a price. I'm sure if you tell them what you want done, I'm sure that for a fee they will do those things for you.
Right.
Right. All right, number 8 on the list is an interesting one. Listen, my punch card for this place is full, I think. We're getting to capacity. But Marimoto Asia has a lot of seating downstairs, and they have some seating upstairs. And I forgot the name of what they call that, the secret entrance.
The secret entrance?
Yeah, on the side door. I can't remember what that sign says.
The secret entrance?
Yeah. Anyway, there is a sushi bar upstairs on the second floor
Right.
with about 10 to 12 chairs. And you can actually watch the sushi chefs, put the real sushi together. It's not done in the kitchen. The real sushi and sashimi is done upstairs by the sushi chefs. So you can grab a couple cocktails, have a little sushi, have a conversation with the sushi chef. So something romantic you might want to try.
You been to Morimoto yet?
It wasn't open when I was there.
What?
Yeah, and I got to Disney Springs. I just remember back when it was like the nightclub type place.
Yeah.
Mannequins.
Yeah, so I just assumed it'd be open late, and we went around 10 o'clock, and everything was shutting down.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, that was like our late night. Like we had our daughter babysit our other two kids, and we're like, we're going out. We're going to have a date night, and everything was closing. So,
Well, next time you just need to call Tony and have Tony with you, because once Tony shows up, it's like, oh, Mr. Casanova, we take good care.
Nice.
They bend
You're a
over
hookup.
backwards for him.
No, they don't.
So
Or
now,
forwards.
now it's romantic.
Yeah.
Or
right.
forwards. Oh my God. So if you're going to do a special night at Disney Springs, have a nice dinner reservation, do something a little special. Do a dinner and a show. Lanuba at Disney Springs has added some new acts. So if you've been before, it's a good time to go again. They've got some new acts that are very interesting. They've got some new clowns. They've got a new, I don't know how to, the acrobat. It's a balancing thing. A guy hangs from a rope and he's got somebody else hanging by his feet, which is crazy. But it's always great to see that. An artistic show will put you in just the proper mood to enjoy dinner. And it's nice, it's relaxing. And, for a guy who's not really necessarily into artsy fartsy stuff, this is a great suggestion, because the music's good. There's interesting things going on, and you never know, somebody might hit the pavement at 90 miles an hour.
Yeah. I wish that they would redo this theater and add the water and the fire and some other more Vegas style stuff to Lanuba.
Have a dragon come out and eat people.
Yeah. I don't think once maybe they do the NBA experience, maybe they'll do something with Lanuba, give it a little update. One can hope, right?
Let the Harlem Globetrotters come in.
That would be an awesome.
There you go. Curly.
No, he's dead. Metal Art Lemon just died. Moment of silence.
Wow.
Okay.
Right, the next up, we're going to leave Disney Springs for a little bit. We're going to go over to the studio, and you can have mini silver screen dine at Hollywood and Vine. And I haven't done this, and this thing is getting great reviews from my friends that have been there. They're loving the new characters and the new costumes, and they're saying that the food has really been, up to notch. There's like lobster mac and cheese now, and some really interesting things. So, if you haven't done Hollywood and Vine lately, maybe you didn't do it because the characters that were there. It's now Mickey, Minnie, Donald, Daisy, and Goofy, and they're in fancy Hollywood Oscar gear kind of things. So, check it out. Maybe a nice place to have a nice meal.
And if you're into furries.
Hey, I think until the end of March, you can still see Symphony in the Sky, right?
Yeah.
Star Wars fireworks.
Yeah, nothing says romance like fireworks.
Yeah. Or Star Wars.
Star Wars.
Got more chicks that way?
Yeah, it's a love story.
It's a love story of sorts.
Han Solo and his sister.
A man and his Wookiee.
Wookiee.
So, I don't necessarily suggest this to everybody, but if you're talking about some romantic things to do at Walt Disney World, nothing says love like driving your loved one to Disney Springs and handing them a credit card and saying, "Go you therefore." Shopping spree. But good luck if they hit the Dooney and Burke section over there at the Market Co-op.
Yeah.
But spending an evening together or an afternoon over at Disney Springs, walking and shopping and just having a good time. It's something, actually, honestly, it's something that Sid and I do. We'll go and we'll just walk around and look at stuff, and we'll daydream about, we'll go into the marketplace co-op and look at all the really cool things that we would love to have in the home, or, we'll go shopping, or we'll go play with toys. I'm not ashamed. I'll play with toys. I'm a 6-year-old at heart.
Well, there was that jewelry store too, over by Marimoto's. There are some high-end shops down there now, or will be.
A lot of great places, and you could go, you could shop a little, you could eat, you could have a cocktail. Disney Springs, really, honestly, I know we rag it a lot because of the size of all the stores, but it's really turned into a really amazing place to go hang out. The what is the name of the Ganachery? Yeah, dude, we went to the Ganachery the other day. It's outstanding. It's so nice. They have, boxes of chocolates. Obviously, they have, pre-made chocolates. But they had Star Wars chocolates. They have bars of chocolate that had Star Wars characters in it.
Tell me they have a Han Solo frozen in chocolate.
No. Oh. Wait. I don't remember. What got me was they had a BB-8 in chocolate.
Yeah.
But the Han Solo, I don't remember if I saw it, because I was with Al, John, and Kristen Jedi Mouseketeer, and that's the first thing he said. I think they need to have a Han and a chocolate. And I was like, oh yeah, dude. So I don't think they have one, but if they did, I'd buy several.
The chocolate is very good. It comes in a very nice box, which is like almost a keepsake. It's got like a magnetic closure, but it is a little pricey. It is not Ghirardelli's chocolate. Let's say that.
It's not
there's Ghirardelli's, and then there's the Ganachery.
Right. Yeah. So was that open when the last time you were there?
Nothing was open last time.
Oh yeah, well, I was guessing late at night. The bars were.
Barely. We were trying for food trucks. And,
they had to be open.
They were, and that's what we ended up doing. But
yeah, right. Well, soon Sprinkles will open, and you'll have a 24-hour ATM cupcake machine.
That'd be great. I'll be there soon, in about 6 weeks. So
sweet. Well, let us know when you come in town. We'd love to meet up.
Yeah.
Okay, T.
Yep, number 4 on the list. We kind of led to this already. There's the Star Wars dessert party. So get some cupcakes, get some cocktails, get some fireworks, sit down.
Get your sister.
Yeah, get your sister, get whatever, some carbonate, your favorite bounty hunter, whatever. And
got a lightsaber in your pocket. He's glad to see me.
Yeah, exactly. And you get just hang out and do the whole Star Wars dessert party.
Right.
Maybe some women like the Star Wars universe stuff.
Hey,
I mean, that's got to be. What's her name? Ashley Eckstein sells, a whole line of clothing for women. So,
well, yeah, she's in the show. She's Ahsoka Tano, so that makes sense.
But she's got to be making money. I mean, otherwise, why would she be selling women's clothing? So.
Yeah. Her husband's a baseball player, so I don't think she's hurting.
Yeah, that's true too. Maybe she doesn't care if it sells.
I'm shocked that this came on the list and I landed on it. There's a new brunch offering at the top of the Contemporary Resort at the California Grill, and that would be extremely romantic. Go up there, have a nice brunch with the sun coming up and seeing the light hitting the Magic Kingdom and being in that atmosphere. There's no time of day that's bad to be in the California Grill. And then you have a nice little mimosa, and you step out on the balcony, you look at the Magic Kingdom, or you go to the other balcony, you see Hollywood Studios, and you see Epcot and all of Walt Disney World and beyond open up to you. So it's just a great place up there. The food is outstanding. I haven't done the brunch yet, but it's high up on my list of things to do.
Yeah. Back in the day, they used to do that all the time. It wasn't just a special event. They actually used to serve lunch at the California Grill, and then dinner. But, now they're just stuck on that dinner deal. So it's nice that they're bringing back brunch. So,
Dominic, how's California Grill to you? You like it? Dig it? Been there?
I have not been there. I have not been to California Grill. I know.
We could not be friends.
I'm sorry.
No, dude, it's great. You gotta go give it a whirl, and then step over and sneak in. I mean, go over to the Top of the World Club.
Yeah.
Sneak in.
Even if you don't have reservations, just tell them that you want to go have some cocktails in the lounge. If there's space, they'll let you up there. You can have some cocktails and some sushi or appetizers at the table too.
Yep.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
you don't
we
have
were
to
close.
do
We
a
did
full-on
that.
dinner.
When we drove in, we didn't have tickets that day, so it was a Contempo Cafe kind of
Mm,
squatting to watch the electric water pageant.
nice.
Yeah.
So
It's
we were
not
close.
squatting. You're
Yeah.
welcome to be in the resort.
Sure, your money is perfectly good and
Yeah.
spendable.
Oh, they took it. Don't worry
yes,
about it.
yeah. That's
They're
what.
not going to not take your cash, brother.
Yeah.
They will
Yeah.
take your money. But don't. We were there one time. I don't know if you were there with us, T. There was a couple people who literally were in that level where in between the top where the Contempo Cafe is and then the floor level, there's that level which where all the conference space is. There were people crashed out on the couches.
Oh,
And I'm like, you can't stay here all night. You're going to have to move.
yeah.
But,
I've seen that a lot.
yeah.
It happens more so during the summer than it does. People get burnt out from the
Just
sun.
don't have the energy to ride the elevator to my room.
Yeah.
Here looks good.
Oh, no,
watch
they're not
us start a
staying-
new couch rate
Yeah,
Oh my God. By the hour.
by the hour.
yeah. They're not staying there, John. They're just day guests looking for a place to take a nap so they can go back. All right, number 2 on the list, and this is kind of new. This is the new Fairy Tale Wishes fireworks, and this is the dessert cruise that you take on the big ferry boat around, from TTC. Normally takes you to Magic Kingdom. They now kind of park it, and they have a whole dessert party on the boat.
Nice.
So that'll be fun. I think we're going to try that. I think we should really try that because I don't think it's all that expensive, and it would be fun to do. And it's interesting. There are bathrooms on the ferry boat. They tell you there are no bathrooms. You can't pee on this boat. There are bathrooms, but they don't open them unless they're for special events like this.
Wow.
Yeah. So
I did not
maybe
know
the
that.
first time you'll actually get to see the bathroom on the ferry boat.
Oh God. Yeah, that'd be fascinating.
That's
It's probably the
romantic.
size of like an airplane. Yeah.
Yes. And here is where the magic happens.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. And
Probably just goes right off the bottom of the boat anyway.
that's right. Ugh.
That's
So
why you can't swim in Seven Lakes Lagoon.
that's not the only reason.
Yeah.
So the last thing on our list, and I've asked our friend to have 1 or 2 ideas for a romantic thing to do at Walt Disney World for Valentine's Day. Number 1 on our list is a romantic ride on the Italian water taxi cruise, which is also a VIP wine tour that they're launching from the boathouse again at Disney Springs.
Mhm.
They just keep on coming of all the great things they can do there. This is not something that I've done before, but it is high on my list of things to want to do because it combines several things that I love. My wife would be there. A water taxi. Always love being on the water. Disney Springs, Disney, and wine. So you put all those together, and that would make for an incredibly romantic, fun evening for my spouse and myself. So that'd be fun. So that's our number 1 thing. I think that's a pretty good idea. Have you done this, T? Have you done this?
No, but I also know that they order they also offer the champagne with chocolate strawberries as well as the wine or whatever else. And obviously, if you actually want to have a meal out there, they will do that. I think as well too.
Right.
Obviously, for a price, nothing is free. All these things are additional. But I think that boat cruise is a little bit on the pricey side. I don't think it's as much as just taking the boat out for the 20 minutes. What's that, 125? I think that's more like the $250 range.
Yeah. And here's the thing. If you're
And the boat is nice, too. It's a really nice boat.
It's probably a little late in the game for some of these ideas. But here's the reality. And I say this kind of thing every time we do something like this. As long as it's not illegal, if you have enough money, Disney will let you do pretty much anything you want to do. If it's not illegal and you have enough money, you can pretty much come up with the most incredible thing you want to do. And Disney will figure out a way to take your money. I mean, make that happen.
All right.
And that's a great thing about Disney. high-end services. They're all about hospitality and the making dreams come true. And if I want to take a water taxi out there and I want to have luau food delivered from the Polynesian, they'll figure out a way to make that happen. It might cost me a lot of money, but dadgummit, I'm going to have luau and a water taxi.
Yeah.
So there's that. So those are our 10 things. Dominic, my friend, what ideas do you have for?
We just recorded a showcase showdown between me and my wife. I had to come up with the best Valentine's Day possible. She had to come up with the best Valentine's Day possible for me. And then we had to guess the price, and whoever came closest without going over. We were going to say got to do it, but then the prices got, like, I'd have to sell the house. Right. But
be worth it.
Yeah, so we had a bunch of the ones that you talked about. We had the Wishes cruise. That was kind of cool. We had fireworks dessert party, because I got to have fireworks and dessert. That just sounds awesome. Dining with Imagineer made the list.
Yeah, that's a good one too.
One thing we did on our honeymoon, which is actual reality, was we split our honeymoon in half and spent half of it at the Grand Floridian and the other half somewhere cheaper. And she did a spa treatment that she still talks about, and it was the best haircut she ever got in her life.
Wow.
It was awesome. So our spa treatment was good, and she's a sucker for the second floor of France. I think the restaurant changed since we've been there on our honeymoon, because that was 17 years ago. But she we got a table right by the window, got to see the fireworks while we're eating.
Nice.
Super romantic. They hooked us up with that, so that was kind of cool.
Wow, nice. That is nice.
Mm-hmm.
That's really cool.
Yeah, I mean, it can be a romantic place, even though there's like thousands of people around you.
Yeah, it can, because you can tune all those people out.
Yeah,
and thousands of kids.
Yeah, the kids have made it a little bit more difficult to have a romantic vacation.
Right. Well, that's a great idea, my friend. Good ideas.
I like those.
Yeah.
Hey, while we have you here, why don't you tell everybody where they can find you on the internets?
You can find us on the internet. We're a podcast / cartoon show. So if you want to hit everything, you can go on iTunes and just search WDW Plantoons. Everything's also on our website, plantoons.com. And for the cartoons alone, you can just head over to YouTube and same thing, WDW Plantoons, and you'll find all our stuff.
Sweet.
Do you do the drawing, Dominic?
The drawing is kind of like building. Some of it I have to build. I have to build some of the sets and some of the props. The characters themselves you kind of piece together like you would a Wii character from a bunch of different eyes and faces and heads, and try to make it look like you.
Right.
Yeah, I had to find a program that would actually make it efficient to do a cartoon quickly.
Right.
So
yeah.
How long does it normally take you to do that? Like one episode?
One episode, like a short, where it's usually like 1 to 2 minutes, I can bang out with just free time of 2 or 3 days.
2 or 3 days
of just free time. That's not real time. That's like an hour here, an hour there.
Holy mackerel!
Something big, like my favorite's Prince Charming's Castle, and that thing took 2 weeks of a lot of work. That one took a lot of work, but pretty quick. Probably you have to edit the podcast that you record. Imagine taking your voices and having to split one from the other, and then making a track of just one, and then making a track of just the other. That way the lip sync works, or else we'd be saying each other's words. Wow. That's the hardest part. And then the animation kind of takes care of itself. You have movements that are pre-programmed and stuff.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
What do you use for the audio part of splitting and syncing?
We record on Logic. I just keep it there. And I split it there. And then the animation program's a program called Crazy Talk. Animator 2, and it does the lip sync for you. And it also has pre-programmed moves. So if someone laughs, there's a laughter animation. And I kind of dug it because it was a Disney one, and it looked kind of animatronic. Because there's like just a handful of moves that you'll see over and over again.
Wow. So what made you come up with that whole concept of doing a cartoon podcast thing?
I had to keep a website. I was getting a doctorate, and I had to put everything on a website. So I had this website that no one was going to use anymore. So I started writing a Disney blog, but I'm kind of like Northeast smart about Disney because I've been there 35 times, which is ridiculous up here. Like they start looking at you funny. So and they ask you for advice, and about 6 tips in, I realized that, wow, I'm out. And then you start looking at other people's blogs and other people's news stuff, and like they know everything. Like if a piece of merchandise changes, they're going to write an article about it. You're like, wow, I'm out of my league here. So I was like, well, maybe I could maybe a podcast of us planning our trips, because we go fairly often. And it was 3 hours of tedium. It was just 3 hours of listening to husband and wife search the internet. It was horrible. But there was about 2 minutes or so in all that stuff where we were just cracking each other up because we were making fun of a ride or something. And I said, that's it. That's the 2 entertaining minutes. I'm going to take that and throw it into a cartoon. And that's where Plantoons came from.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That is, out of nothing comes something, right?
Yeah, it really was nothing. You wouldn't want to hear that first recording. It was pretty awful.
Yeah. We should have you on this show and just talk about that. We'd love to pick your brain about that if you would be interested.
Sure.
Love to have you both on there. It'd be fun. We got space.
She's funnier, so you definitely want my wife.
Dude, you're funny, so she's funnier. Yeah, we'd rather have her. No,
you would. I mean, trust me, she's hilarious. Most people just tune into the cartoon just to hear her laugh.
That's cool.
That's good.
That's cool. Yeah, and Dominic's going to be on the show tomorrow night with me, so
Okay.
yeah, I get a double dose.
That's right.
Double dose of the D.
Yeah. I don't know if you want to run with that one.
Yeah.
I just let that one rest.
That's a bad idea. All right, so my friend, thank you for being on the podcast with us and jumping in and sharing your ideas. And T, why don't you go ahead and send everybody home? Let's call it a night.
All right. Well, you know where to find us. We are at the DisneyParksPodcast.com, Facebook at Facebook.com/Disney Parks Podcast. And as we say around here, we'll see you in the parks.